Inflation. What is inflation?
Inflation is a quantitative representation of the increase in price of a good or a service over a period of time. It is often expressed in percentage. The increase in its percentage implies the decrease in the purchasing power of a country's currency. To understand this definition more clearly and precisely, let's consider an example. The cost of a new house in the United States in 1980 was something around $77,000 and the median income of $17,710 per year. While now the median house price in the United States is $200,000 and median salary is $45,000. So, what is the reason behind this increase? The reason is inflation. In the United States, the inflation rate at this time is around 2.1%. This rate of inflation brings an increase in the price of goods and services in the United States. In economics, inflation is a rate that is brought about due to change in course of time. And with advancement of time, it is showing its effects in different sectors. The effect of inflation on different sectors can be seen in both demand and consumption. When the price level rises, each unit of currency buys lesser goods and services, which therefore represents that inflation can decrease the purchasing power per unit of currency, implying its adverse effect on a country's economy.
Tell me about the effects of inflation in detail.
Inflation affects the country's economy in both good and bad ways. The negative side of inflation is that there is an increase in the cost efficiency of holding money. It brings unpredictability over future inflation, which may discourage investment and savings. And if rate of inflation starts increasing rapidly, shortage of goods as consumers begin hoarding out of concern that prices will increase in future. The positive effect is that it helps in reducing unemployment due to price stickiness.
What do the economists believe about its effects?
Economists around the world generally have a notion that the high rate of inflations are caused because of an excessive growth of currency supply. Some economists also believe that low or moderate inflations may be subjected to change in demand for goods and services, or change in the amount of supplies. However, the common view is that constant and long period of inflation is caused when the growth of money supply outruns the rate of economic growth. Inflation can also lead to an unseen tax, which lowers the value of currency against its actual reserve, eventually leading individuals to hold depreciated legal tender. Fast increase in quantity of money or in the long-term money supply has taken place in different communities throughout time, led by the change in vivid types of money used. For example, a long time ago gold was used as currency. The government collected the gold coins. They melted the coins and mixed the coins with other metals such as lead, copper, silver, bronze, etc. and reissued them at the same face value as it had earlier. By diluting the amount of gold, the government issued more coins with the same amount of gold as used earlier. When the cost of each coin was decreased in that way, the government made profits from an increase in fee. In this way, the government managed to increase the money supply, but it also was successful in decreasing the real value of each coin.
Tell me about its history.
Song dynasty of China was the first to use currency made up of papers. During the Mongol Yuan dynasty, a lot of money was spent by the government for fighting wars, and as a solution to this, they started printing more money, which led to the start of inflation. Being frightened by the inflation that infected the Yuan dynasty, the Ming dynasty banned the use of paper money in their kingdoms and came to copper coins. Historically, the large emergence of silver or gold for making coins led to inflation. By the 19th century, the economists divided the factors that led to rise or fall in price of goods in three categories. They are change in the costs of production of goods, change in the price of money, which at that time was change in price of metallic contents of currency, and the depreciation of value of a currency, which resulted due to change in the quantity of original contents of the coins.
For more information, visit protradings.com.